and welcome back to Bookish Theories. Today we get it done breaking down aespa's Armageddon and what's going on in the lore. Now, as the title track of their first full album, Armageddon foreshadows the story of the upcoming season 2 of the SMCU. In my video about Supernova, I already anticipated that aespa's worldview is actively expanding into a multiverse, so this time they're coming into contact with other versions of themselves coming from a different world. After defeating Black Mamba, the girls came back to real world, and Navis disappeared, presumably in preparation of her solo debut. aespa are now facing the beginning of a new era that will change their world forever, and the girls themselves are the first subjects of this change. Back in Supernova, the huge explosion of a dying star was compared to the opening of a door to another world. This event also overlaps with the Armageddon, which is both the ending of the world as we know it, as well as the beginning of a new one. In religious terms, the Armageddon typically refers to the final battle between good and evil. The word itself is a reference to the actual location where this battle is supposed to take place, but on a general level, the Armageddon refers to the apocalyptic event that marks the destruction of the world and the extinction of the human race. In aespa's worldview, Armageddon has very similar implications, but they also added their own twist to it. The fake articles on the website tell us that their version of the Armageddon is related to the convergence of multiple worlds. If parallel dimensions collide, them merging together might unleash a series of cataclysmic events that could shatter reality as we know it. In the SMCU, the final battle between good and evil is ultimately against ourselves, and aespa is at the center of these events. As the door to another universe rips the fabric of real world, the digital world slowly purrs into reality, and aespa themselves come face to face with alien alter egos that are much more advanced than human beings. These entities are called super beings. These are the same creatures that were introduced at the beginning of promotion, and in Supernova I think that we got to see a less scary version of them. That video was a bit more camp. After all, Supernova is the explosion of a dying star, so the concept was fittingly brighter and more colorful. Now instead we get to see these super beings in relation to the Armageddon, which is why they're much more otherworldly and mysterious. As a parallel evolution of humanity, the super beings seem to have both human and AI-generated components to them. They're alien because they come from another world, but they're also alien in the sense that they are very uncanny. As reality falls apart, the video also shows us AI images that look like Renaissance paintings of heaven and hell. The world ends and the battle between good and evil begins, but it's an AI-generated Armageddon that we're facing here. It's like a multidimensional cyber-apocalypse where humans have to face superhumans that have already merged with technology. When our dimension finally rips and they enter our world, aespa run for their lives, but we get the sense that there's nowhere to run. The super beings are actively looking for them. Alien Giselle, for instance, sends her cyberbots after them, and there's this venom-like claw that roams around seemingly looking for the girls. While the digital world leaks into reality, through the analog camera we see that the girls are still 100% authentic, but not for long it seems. Ning is going through it in the bathroom, as if she's changing physically because of this Armageddon. Also, what is this thing? It kinda looks like Ning kills it actually, but I don't know what to tell you besides that. Giselle's face disappears into pixels, again seemingly affected by this merging of realities. And through the infrared camera we see that Winter is completely cold, with the exception of the mark that she has on her neck. This is the same star symbol that her alien counterpart has on her forehead, so to me this goes to show that they're kinda drawn to each other because they know that they're one and the same. If at the beginning of the song aespa want to fight back and try to survive this night of chaos, halfway through there is a change of tune. The girls want to run, but there's no hiding, and the super beings eventually find them one by one. In this confrontation we see that aespa basically get assimilated by their alien counterpart. They establish a connection, one enters the other and vice versa. They merge together, each in different ways. Karina, for instance, gets snatched by the giant hand of her super being. Ning is sucked into a limbo where she meets her counterpart, and the alien butterfly shows up in her eye as a result. Giselle seems to be completely assimilated by the other Giselle, and Winter not only sprouts wings, but she creates a link with the giant eye of her super being. In the song, this assimilation marks the beginning of the story of us, that is, the human and the superhuman, who have now come together to create a complete and flawless new creature. The aespa version of the Armageddon seems to be an ending that brings an all new beginning here. At the end of the video, in fact, we see all versions of the members being merged together into one single body, so story-wise aespa will undergo a lot of changes moving forward. To see what's going to happen, for now we'll have to wait and see, but one thing that I can tell you is that Armageddon is far from over. When it comes to the SMCU, Black Mamba was the first introduction to the story, but as a concept it continued throughout the entire season 1. In the same way, Armageddon introduces us to season 2, but the concept itself will probably be explored even further in the future installments of the season. season. For now though, this is all I have for you, but let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.